What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chris Bosch Props. If you don't know, Halloween is right around the corner and I have yet another cool spirit mod for this spirit pack here. If you guys haven't noticed, on this spirit pack shell there is this really lame molded injected in booster frame ladder, which I was never happy with, so I took it about myself to go ahead and do my own 3D model of a booster frame that is incredibly accurate to the movie. I see a couple people already selling these on Etsy's, but theirs is a little bit more complicated. It makes you have to drill holes. With mine, you don't have to drill any holes. All it's going to do is just overlay over the existing molded injected in booster frame ladder, and it looks really, really good, guys. So let me show you what it looks like. Alrighty guys, so here is my 3D modeled booster frame that I pretty much built from the ground up. One thing I've never liked on the 3D models that people come out with their booster frames is they never quite get the brick pattern right, or the masonite pattern. This type of pattern is found on the back of like paint boards, and that's what they used in the original movie for the booster frame. Now this is a screen used booster frame, and you can see that masonite pattern there in the ribs, and I pretty much replicated it exactly. And also on the screen used booster frames. Now when I say screen used, guys, if you don't know, this booster frame was actually used on the original 1984 Proton packs. This is a cast from the actual mold of a screen used booster ladder. One thing it also has is they used pencils for these pillars right here, and they have the Dixon Ticonderoga logo still on it. I went ahead and replicated that as well on my 3D model. And yeah, it looks really good. I'm very happy that I was able to finally replicate this in a 3D model. And that's the back of it. It's rounded off so that it snaps in really nicely onto the spirit pack. Very similar to the original screen use that's rounded off as well. So yeah guys, let me show you how to put it on and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so you'll just take off the existing screw that's on the clamp there, but make sure you hold on to it because we're going to reuse it, okay? You don't need any additional screws or hardware for my booster frame mod. So all you're gonna do is, you're gonna take my booster ladder, and what you'll wanna do before you snap it on is add a little bit of hot glue to these posts right here, or some epoxy glue. One of the two, you decide. It's completely up to you. That's just to make sure it's extra secure, but it does kind of snap on. You just kind of have to move this PPD out of the way a little bit. And then there you go, then line it up. You snap it on. Once you're snapped in and you're glued on, you're just going to use this hole, and you're going to use the same existing screw into that hole. And that's it, guys. So the existing screw doesn't actually go all the way through to the pack, but this hole does line up with the pre-existing hole. So if you want to buy a longer screw for extra security, feel free. But to be honest, it snaps on so tight, and with that little bit of glue, you're not going to really have to worry about this ever popping off unless you really just come and then budget or pull it off. I mean, it really has to hit something to come off. So you don't really need a screw to go all the way through, but if you want a more accurate screw or whatnot, that's completely up to you guys. I just thought I would let you know that. You now have your newly detailed booster frame ladder that is incredibly accurate to the original screen used booster frame from the original movie. It's amazing how such a simple piece can add so much more depth to this Proton pack. One thing my booster frame will do is it will push this PPD out a little bit because I use the screen use measurements for the width. So it does push this PPD, but one cool thing I wanted to add about that, I don't really care because on the Venkman Proton pack, his PPD is crooked like that. So that really didn't sound right, but his PPD is crooked on the screen use Proton pack, so it just adds a little bit of extra accuracy for me unintentionally. So yeah, I thought I would mention that so when you purchase this you won't be surprised. But yeah, you're just gonna have a more accurate looking Venkman type Spirit Proton pack. I have tons of other mods, guys, in my Etsy store for this particular Spirit pack, so if you don't know, please check out the other listings in my Etsy store in addition to this newly added booster frame. I hope you guys like it, and thank you for watching.